Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to the Mod of Redemption. That's right, I have returned. Thank you all very much for being patient with me. I left a little community post to explain last week I was so busy in fact, I think I burnt myself out. I burnt myself out quite a bit, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna relax this weekend, and I'll come back on Monday feeling fresh. Here we are. It's Monday morning. How do I feel? I feel pretty fresh. Obviously, you know, with it being a week off, it might be a little hard to follow. So, yeah, let me do my best to reacquaint you all to the Mod of Redemption. Here's all you need to know. Number 1, I read books. Okay? Let it be known. Spread the word. Number 2, we are playing as a chicken. Okay? That's, you know, a given at this point. And number 3, at the end of the last video, we found an NPC down here after a fight. We decided to spare them. We did not dome them in. And they want from us a Gothic furnace and some pure alloy iron bar. I can't remember. They want iron bars, basically. Like the upgraded version. So I guess we'll do that first. We'll go get the... let's get the bars first. And then we'll research how to make the furnace. And then we'll give her the furnace, see what comes of it, and then we have Queen Bee, and we have, we don't have ℎ𝔥𝔦𝔠𝔨𝔢𝔫, we have the Wall of Flesh. So I imagine realistically today, knowing me, knowing my progression rate, okay, let's do the Gothic furnace, let's do Queen Bee, and then we'll call it a day. But yeah, welcome back, hope you all had a fantastic week. What did you get up to? I mean, here I am, Mr. I'm burnt out all the time. But what about you? What have you been up to? Last week, though, although being burnt out was very successful, I had so many little things on the back burner that needed to get done that are now done. And I cannot explain the sense of relief that comes from that. It's brilliant. And this week in particular, I'm free all week. So we're back on it. I do just want to say, though, just for future reference, I'm trying to be so much more transparent with the community post section of the channel. If I'm ever not going to post, I'm going to leave a community post there and I'll explain, hey, I'll be back on this day and this is likely why, if you know what I mean, right? So if you're ever like, where's James? You'll find a community post. And that's my way of getting around the whole, like, you know, if I take a week off and then I've got to return, I feel terrible. I get this, like, built up, like, I don't know, I just feel really bad. But I always feel like if I let people know, I can return and feel pretty chill about it. So, yeah, you'll find that there. There's so many things to talk about today. There really is. It's been a really cool week in reality, even though I've been so busy. Stardew Valley 1.6 came out this week. What a banger of an update. What a banger, let me tell you. I actually think it's the best update Concerned Ape has ever made. And I'll tell you why. Finally, when you replay the game, which I've done many a time, one thing to know about me, I have a pretty, you know, I've got a pretty strong history with Stardew Valley, okay? I've played the game so much, right? So much so, in fact, there's a cool little bit of trivia. Basically, before the release of Stardew Valley was only given to 2 YouTubers. Like, out of anyone. We were the only 2 people to have it early. It was me, and it was, I'm trying to remember who the other person was. Anyway, only 2 people had it. So, like, I love this game to death. I've played so much of it. Anyway, what I like about this update is, essentially, like, as you play from the start, there's so many new things to encounter. Like, they've done updates in the past that have, like, made little tweaks at the start of the game and big tweaks at the end of the game, but never really, like, stuff all throughout the years. And I quite like it. In fact, I love it. I've just had such a blast playing it in my free time. Obviously, I made that Stardew Valley video. That was pretty cool to make. They actually ended up being a Terraria crossover. Called it. I've been saying it for years. I have been saying it ever since that update came out, 1.4.4. I was like, this portal must go both ways. Surely it must. And this is before we even knew we were getting a 1.6. Yeah, so I was very happy with that. Anyway, we're grabbing iron right now. Gosh, I really do have so much to talk about. This one might just be like a recap. It's just me, like, having a little catch-up. I'm trying to think of what else, though. Gym's been going well. It's been going really, really well. I've been really pushing myself. I was there this morning. this morning's session was really intense. I kind of like I went pretty tough on myself with it. But it was good, very positive, right? So that was this morning. I'm such a ball of things to talk about right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to work my way through all of it, but that's all right. Okay, so let me get back to Terraria just for a little bit and figure this out, because once again, so many topics to talk about. Let's make some pure iron alloy. We're making 20. Now, they wanted 1 pure helmet, and they wanted 14 bars. So we have that. Now let's have a little look at the furnace, because I don't know. I think it was called, it was called Gathic. Gathic Cryo Furnace. So it's any Gathic stone, it's elderwood, and 3 ice torches. Now, have I been good and saved all of these blocks? So we have the Gathic stone. I think I would have put the elderwood in crafting. Did I put it in crafting? Have we used elderwood? I feel like we have. I feel like elderwood has popped up, but not here. So we'll look in here. You know what? There's a mod called Where's My Item? That's the mod I need right now. That's the mod I'm lacking on. Is it in here? Elderwood. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I've not lost my touch. I've not lost it. I know how to play Terraria. That's right, everyone. You've returned to, you know, I don't know, a Terraria veteran. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because I'm not worrying, and neither are you. What a weird day. What a weird day. It's great to be back. This is one thing I want to get across, right? And I can't say this is the same with the last series, with Infernum, because it just wasn't, okay? Like, it just wasn't. I was burnt out last week, but I wasn't burnt out on the Mod of Redemption. In fact, I missed the Mod of Redemption, but I knew I was like, no, can't play it until you're in the right mindset. So yeah, what it was is essentially, I'm trying to think of like what I spoke about in the last video. Basically, I think the last time we left off, it was a Friday, and I was saying how I was going to stay home on Saturday and get my work done. That Saturday, I did just that. And also, that Sunday, I did just that. And then essentially, what started the real burnout is Courtney got like a little bit of cold or a little bit of flu. I don't know the difference these days. It's kind of merging into one. So I was kind of like looking after her, and I was like changing up my routine because she gets up a little earlier than me normally. And she does like Atari's morning routine because she starts work earlier than me. But I was like, no, you stay in bed. All right, get a lay-in, okay? So I changed to doing that. And then I think that's what kind of threw me off a little bit. And then the Stardew Valley video update came out, and I couldn't sleep, like, the night of and the night after. I was just thinking about, like, oh, what video am I going to make, and what am I recording and whatnot? Offer the pure iron helmet. Magori, the crew are ruthless creatures. A helmet to protect my neck and head is much appreciated. What is this? What is this? Offer the alloy. Magori. I feel much safer with this shield. Oh, okay. Feeling ready? As ready as I can be. I still have a few potions from this place. I've never seen such concoctions before. They must have been created by a master alchemist. Okay. Gathic Cryo Furnace. Yes. Place down a Gathic Cryo Furnace near me, and I will offer to forge some equipment for you. Okay. Let's get rid of the shameful tombstone and place this down. Now do we speak again? Forge. So you can turn the... How do you pronounce this one again? I don't even want to say it. So you can upgrade that to this. Now do you not require any money for that? Because that's kind of sick. So it changes to the Blade of the Mountain, which is the weapon they were using. You can also change the Mistfall, which we have, and I didn't like, into the Icefall. Okay, so let's go do both of those upgrades. I think I cut the section of me dogging on that weapon, the Mistfall one. I'm pretty sure I did. Essentially, I tried it in the thumbnail world, and I didn't find it very good. And that's why I never carried on using it. If I included that, I included it, all right? But if not, a little bit of extra lore has been woven into the Let's Play. But yeah, I really did miss the Mod of Redemption. It's just been so fun so far, and I'm really hoping it's picked up a couple more fans, because when I made my big spoiler compilation, which is the video I was working on last week, I didn't say, but basically I wrote that video at the end of February, and I was like, because they made a state of the game that was a recap, and I was like, yeah, I kind of need to do another recap. If the developers are like, hey, no new spoilers, and we're doing a recap, and this is everything you need to know, I'm like, well, I really should be doing that as the Terraria news guy. So anyway, that's what I was working on last week. Anyway, as you'll all know, I use background footage from ChippysCouch most of the time as background footage on the news videos. So many comments were like, hey, what mod is this? What mod is this? And I was like, Mod of Redemption. It's the Mod of Redemption. All right, so the Terraria community at large clearly has an interest in this mod, and I'm going to get them hooked on it eventually. I'm thinking maybe I might do a big video about the mod, or I might just make like a video on Chippy Gaming that's like, hey, you haven't played this mod yet, you should. Here's like a couple reasons why. Because I really want people to check it out. I've become the biggest Mod of Redemption chill. I mean, look at me. I look like a chicken. This is why, all right? You can understand that. Okay, right. We're almost there. We're almost there. And I think I've almost caught up with everything I needed to say, really. I mean, that was a proper jumble of sentences. So, you know, hopefully that's okay. I've said that a lot today. That's fine. Don't you worry about it. Stop. Okay. Forge. Bam. So that was done and done. Fair enough. Cycle options. Did we do everything? You're ready to leave. Okay, I'm going to leave this for right now, just in case there is anything else that we need to get done. I don't want to send them away. So, is this based maybe on weapons that we've already crafted? Or is it just like, these are the only two upgrades? That's why I'm scared to send them away, if I'm being real. Anyway, let's go. See you later. So we know what we're using for the Queen Bee. So let's read it then. So 88 melee damage, snail speed, parries physical or ice projectiles, including your own icefall crystals. I see. Hitting on the very tip of the blade can freeze enemies. Enemies with strong knockback immunity cannot be frozen. Send them to their snowy graves. Lore. Want a normal greatsword wielded by a well-known warrior of the Iron Realm, her final battle being against a great bear in the mountains. The bear was slain, but the warrior's injuries sealed her death shortly after. The icy blood of the bear fused with the blade, chilling it with an enchanting glow. The blade lay to rest beside its owner until another warrior discovered it many years later. Okay, cool. I think that's everything I need to know about that one. So this is the Icefall. 43 magic damage. Lowers the air temperature at cursor point, forming damaging crystals that eventually fall from gravity. Okay. So that's that. Alright, so if we put them up there, do we then have to swing? Oh, yeah, okay. So it's like a bat in a way. Look at that. It's pretty good. It's not so bad. Right, let's go do Queen Bee. Did I finish my arena? No. Okay, well, I'll finish it, and we'll do it. All right, so it's finally time for Queen Bee. Now, I want to say, we have some pretty good weapons, you know? We've got this pure iron crossbow. We've got frozen arrows. We've got this cool Blade of the Mountain, which I think will be good for the little bees and whatnot. All of this is to say, though, please never underestimate the fact that I'm terrible at Queen Bee. Sometimes I'm all right. Sometimes I'm actually not bad. You might even say I'm okay. But only sometimes. And then, like, 99% of the year, I'm rubbish for no good reason. Just keep it in mind. I don't want you to lose too much respect for me, alright? And I know that the amount of respect you have for me right now, as this chicken, is immeasurable. And look, I don't want to lose that, alright? I'm already, you know, I'm trying to build that respect back up. You know, I'm talking about these reading of books. You know, I'm trying to be an inspiration to you. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, I'm trying to set a good example. This is all a joke. Oh yeah, gosh, that's another thing I played last week. Sea of Stars. Sea of Stars. Yeah, I bought that and I played like, I don't know how many hours it was. Maybe about 8. I'm not vibing with it. I think it's gorgeous, but I think the gameplay, and this is bad to say, I don't know if this is just a JRPG thing in general, is a little shallow. The whole time I was playing it, I was like, oh, I really want to just replay Chrono Trigger. So yeah. So I thought that was interesting. Also, when I mentioned Chrono Trigger in the last video, somebody was like, oh, James, just so you know, it has lots of different endings. I did know this, but I've never actually been bothered to look up the endings before. Like, I got my ending, and my ending was good. so it's all right. I tend to, like was the case with The Witcher 3, because I love doing everything in the game, I tend to normally get a good ending in most games that have multiple endings, because I've done all the content. And how these games usually work is like, if you've done all the content, you get the good ending. We do not have a golden key for you. Okay, I am rambling, and I'm going off a bit again. So, let's get into this. I'm actually, yeah, quite nervous that I'm going to be rubbish at this, but it's okay. Okay, here they are. Right, make it to our arena. Okay, so what my plan is, and it makes sense, right? We're going to use the, we're going to use this. Oh, this, you know what? It's actually not that bad. We're going to use this for the Queen Bee, and then we're going to use the sword if the Hornets get too much. Wow, James, you have not lost it. You have not lost it at all. Your commentary skills are absolutely on point. I can hear you all now, all right? Get your hands away from the keyboard. I already know it. Talking about keyboards, somebody did say, they were like, look, James, I am not a mobile user. I am a laptop user, and the videos are too dark. I agree, but it's not me, I swear. Well, I mean, I'm the one in control of the torches, all right? There is no real torch god. Torch god is not actually having an influence on me. Anyway, it's Terraria. Terraria is a dark game. I think once you really notice it, you can't unnotice it. For example, right, I love OLED screens, all right? Or, you know, well, yeah, I love OLED. OLED is my favorite type of screen technology out of all of them. And OLED is very dark, you know? Anything that's black is black on an OLED screen. So, anyway, all of this is to say, I can't enjoy Terraria on an OLED screen because it looks awful. The game is so dark. It just is. Well, there we go. That was not that bad. I might have overhyped that a little bit. Well, it's done now. Is there anything we need to do here? You know what we do need to do? We do need to... I don't know if I want to do it today. We need to go and explore the jungle a little bit and get an anklet so that we can make the boots upgrades. I think before we go into hard mode, we probably should come back and do some upgrades. So maybe that's what I'll do at the start of tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow can be about making some upgrades and then we'll do Wall of Flesh. I'm very excited to go into hard mode, though, knowing how good the mod gets in hard mode. I mean, this first part of the adventure has been extremely fresh to me, but I know the second half is good. And so, all of this is to say, we're in for a wild ride, and I want to praise the mod for just being so fresh and different compared to when I last played it. Okay, what's in the bag? Beekeeper. Cool. Honeyed goggles. All the usual stuff. Yeah, there you go. Can't put this here because of this banner. Don't worry about it. Look, get rid of the banner. Look at that. Look at me go. Right, so that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow. So yeah, all right, bye.